Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Wal Rumya back with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wahab, Rakak, Wadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord. You see on the highways and byways prophesying in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, also in the correct doctrine. I also want to send a shalom to the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgments of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by their faith. As you see on the screen, Superman is now bisexual, and some viewers are not happy. Now we know Superman's name is Khalil in the Hebrew, and we know, you know what I'm saying, just going into the history of Superman, we know he's the most powerful hero, superhero. And Esau has found a way to manipulate even the things that you believe are just kid stories and just kiddie, in other words. He has found a way to make it wicked. This is pretty much in anything he does, man. And Earth is raising up against Esau, man. They're tired of the wickedness that the so-called white man does in the earth, man. And all nations of people are tired of him. Let's play this. Let's see, go back to that. As soon as I'm finna get to, let me see. I can pull it back up. As soon as I get ready to do the lesson.
DC Comics have just announced that Superman is now bisexual. But if you're out of the loop of the old DC comic world, the current Superman is actually the original Superman's son. His name is John Kent, and the comic writers say that he will help DC move in a bold new direction. He also said that Superman's symbol has always stood for hope, for truth, and for justice, and today, that symbol represents something more. Today, more people can see themselves in the most powerful superhero in all comics.
Now, I mean, some shit just leave alone, man. You ain't got to deal with it. You ain't got to do nothing to it, man. But this man is the wicked man. And we've been warning our people over and over for many years, starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone down. This man is the devil, man, and he only is it comes to destroy, man. He is the devil on earth, man. The counterpart to the physical demon Satan on earth, man. He is a physical counterpart to demon. I mean to Satan, man. Now, this is madness, man. But you see it starting today. A new Connecticut state law goes into effect that will require all public schools to provide tampons and female hygiene products in boys and girls' bathrooms, starting as early as third grade, man. Now, I mean, you just think about that, man. And I mean, I ain't gonna even speak on that because that's just madness, man. But the earth is tired of him, man. We damn sure tired of him. Now you seeing other nations are tired of him as well, man. They ain't saying thug. Well, I got this off of this guy's fair use. Just using this as educational purposes only. He says thugs in Turkey abduct a U.S. sailor from the USS Wasp and put a bag over his head, yelling "Yankee, go home." Now it says when his fellow sailors tries to rescue him, they assault him. Now these other nations, these are military men, man, and they're tired of Esau, man. See, these other nations are tired of them, man. They know that wherever they are at, is wickedness there. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of this video because I just want to get the point. I mean, She got a lot of information on it, but just listen to the point, man. After Mexican and Honduras Council's century-old traditions treaty with the U.S. For meddling in the internal affairs, so they canceled their century-old extradition. Dang, I can't even pronounce the shit. They canceled the treaty, man. Extradition treaty. I hope I pronounced it correctly.
It's another day, and another U.S. ambassador has managed to outrage their host nation. Yesterday, we told you about Mexico, how the Mexican government has paused ties with the U.S. embassy. Today, it's Honduras. Honduras is a nation in Central America. It is home to about 10 million people, and their government is furious with the U.S., so much so that they're scrapping a treaty, a more than 100-year-old treaty.
President Xiomara Castro has instructed us in a timely manner to proceed to terminate the extradition treaty between Honduras and the United States that was concluded in January 1912.
Honduras has announced that it will end an extradition treaty with the U.S. The treaty was signed in 1912. It has lasted for 112 years, but now Honduras wants out, thanks to a diplomatic faux pas by the U.S. ambassador there. Her name is Laura Dogu. She recently commented on a meeting between the Honduran defense minister and his Venezuelan counterpart, the defense ministers of Honduras and Venezuela. Now, some of you may know that the U.S. does not like Venezuela, and that is putting it mildly. Washington loathes Nicolas Maduro, the recently re-elected Venezuelan president. Honduras, however, shares good ties with Maduro and has no objection to meeting members of his government. So the U.S. ambassador's actions were met with outrage. Ambassador Dogu said that she was surprised that Honduran officials met with drug traffickers. Now, some context here. The U.S. indicted Venezuela's defense minister on drug trafficking charges in 2020. As far as Washington is concerned, Venezuela helps drugs flow into the U.S. But for the ambassador to say what she said, Honduras took it as an insult.
We have cooperated with the United States in all aspects of the fight against drug trafficking. But we consider these illusions that these government officials who work in defense and hand with U.S. authorities can imply that they are involved in drug trafficking, and this is unacceptable.
This insult has led to them cancelling a century-old treaty. It was perhaps the last straw. Look at the Honduran president's statement. In fact, let me read out the translation. The interference and interventionism of the United States, as well as its intention to direct the politics of Honduras through its embassy and other representatives, is intolerable. They attack, ignore, and violate with impunity the principles and practices of international law, which promote respect for the sovereignty and self-determination of peoples, non-intervention, and universal peace. Enough. So Honduras is not ending the treaty because of the comment, but because the U.S. keeps meddling in their internal affairs via the ambassador. It was the same case in Mexico. The U.S. ambassador decided to comment on Mexico's judicial reform. This outraged the country's president. So Mexico has paused ties with the U.S. embassy. And this is not some new phenomenon, really. American ambassadors have a history of riling up their host nations. Look at these reports from down the years. Venezuela, 2006. Syria, 2011. Ecuador, also 2011. Albania, 2021. Every single time, the U.S. ambassador has been accused of working against the country's government, of interfering in domestic issues, sometimes supporting rebels outright. And all of it is absurd. And India is no stranger to this American outreach either. Recently, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The two shared a hug and they discussed peace in Ukraine. But the U.S. ambassador in India decided to react to this. And he reacted with a threat. He told New Delhi to not take the U.S.-India relationship for granted. This is how American ambassadors treat allies like India. It's an unparalleled level of entitlement, making public comments about sensitive issues, whether it's high-level diplomatic meetings or a country's internal issues. American ambassadors feel an intolerable urge, perhaps, to make public comments. But that is not how diplomacy works. You can have your reservations, even share them with the relevant authorities, but why must you publicly comment on everything that tickles your fancy? Do they not teach discretion at the American State Department? This lack of tact is finally leading to some consequences in Mexico and now Honduras. But the whole world perhaps needs to start pushing back, or the U.S. won't ever stop interfering via their ambassadors.
And she said a lot, and I couldn't even stop the video, man. She went in. But yeah, they tired of Babylon the Great, man. You sticking your nose in everybody's affairs. They're tired of you policing the world. And your people are losing it, man. While you worried about everybody else's affairs and who they communicate and what they do in the world, your people are losing it, man. Your people are seeing the curses that we're coming out of, man.
The US sends its people, they're not sending their best. Homeless European Americans are becoming a phenomenon in Mexico. Check out this video.
La CDMX ya está muy gentrificada, ya tenemos vagos gringos. I've been on the road fucking over 500 days over some bullshit in my fucking own country.
Here is another instance of a European American opening doors for Mexicans at an Oxxo store in Mexico to get a little bit of money. And then here's another instance of a European American woman asking for 50 pesos in Mexico City. There's also been reports of a large number of homeless European Americans in Puerto Vallarta, in Cancun, and Mérida, and basically all over Mexico. And from personal experience, when I go to Mexico City, yeah, for whatever reason, there's a lot of homeless European Americans. It's so bizarre. Like, I understand that being homeless might be like a culture thing in the US. I think California alone has like 180,000 homeless. And I know it's a really big problem. But supposedly Americans immigrate to Mexico for a better life because they can't afford to live in the US. And somehow, many of them end up homeless in Mexico too. But there you have it, guys. Homelessness is becoming such a big problem in the US that it's starting to spill over into Mexico. Let me know what you guys think.
There you have it, man. So Esau is finished, man. And his kingdom is crumbling. The nations are tired of him. And the earth is tired of him, man. Everybody's rejecting him, man. And this was said, I forgot exactly when. 1966, man. And it's still relevant to this very, very day, man. Now look at that. Esau always try to stop the flow of a video. But this information has to come out, man, because we are tearing his kingdom down by the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people, and they want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is the big, I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that
want
white
to do?
people think they're better
What is it
than
that I can
others?
do? I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek, no more blessing our enemies, no more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us, we've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you, because you're part of the whole system, you profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. Well, so you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow. I think the problem is so bad that we can have no understanding at all.
You think it's gotten to the point where there can never be that reconciliation?
No. You talk about justice, it means one thing to you, and we talk about it means something else to us. And it'll always be that way. And I'd like you to know I have a terrible feeling against preachers, because I think you guys are the ones who are largely responsible for the problem in the first place. And you can accept it or not any way you choose. And for you, this may be an excursion, you know, across the line.
The person that wants to listen, I genuinely feel that I want to listen.
Well, if you listen and try to do something, you get kicked out of your church. See, that's where your people are.
Well, we can make changes back.
God bless you, little brother. Come back and see us again sometime. And don't look back in anger. Thanks for taking it so well. He thought we were going to do in here like they do to us. If we went in one of their places, everybody would have jumped out of their chairs and got some ropes together and hung one of us. We couldn't even go in one of their places like this.
There you have it. See, Esau hates when someone tells him the truth, man, and that they don't agree with him. He hates that, man. If you don't agree with him, he hates the fact when somebody doesn't agree with him, man, and tells him when he's wrong. But we have to tell you the truth because the Spirit of the Lord is on us, man, and we have to call out the wicked. And Esau, the so-called white man, is the wicked, man, and his world is crumbling right before his eyes. This is 2 Ezra 6 in the Apocrypha, and I'm going to start at verse 8. He says, "And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world." See that? This is the world that Esau created, and it's coming to an end. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So our world begins when Esau's end. And we see his end is here. Esau's end is here, man. And we're going to help it. We're going to help him crumble it like he's crumbling it. We're going to help him crumble it through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because Esau wants his place gone. He has agendas to take it down. But you're only crumbling your own society, your own kingdom, man. We're going to help you do it through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. This is Obadiah 1. In verse 1 it says, this is the prophecy of Obadiah. This is the Good News translation. I'm reading a couple of translations. We're all reading it in the King James translation. So I'm going to get in the Good News translation. It says, this is the prophecy of Obadiah. What the sovereign Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua said about the nation of Edom. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has sent his messenger to the nations. And we are the messengers. The men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways making these lessons, from the apostles and elders and bishops on down to the brethren. We are the messengers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, bringing this message to Esau Edom. It says, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has sent his messenger to the nations, and we have heard his message. Get ready. Let us go to war against Edom. See, Edom is being taken down by the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. This is a spiritual war, because our warfare is not carnal. We're not going to come against him with weapons. We're going to come against him with the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. See, he's going to try to fight against Yahushua when he comes, and we're fighting against him through the spirit right now, ushering in our power. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua says to Edom, I will make you weak. And see that? Esau is being made weak. He is being made weak by all we bring it out through the spirit, man. Taking that veil off and making Esau bare, man. Just like Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua said. We're going to get that scripture as well, Jeremiah 49. Esau is being made bare, man. He is being revealed to be the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua says to Edom, I will make you weak. Everyone will despise you. See that? Everyone will despise you. All the nations despise Esau Edom, man. Every nation on earth despises this man because of his wickedness. Your pride has deceived you. See that? He feel like he can go in this another nation and talk about their politics and their politicians and the moves they're making with their country and their economy, with their people. Their pride has deceived them, man. And that's why all the nations are turning their back on them, man. Your pride has deceived you. Your capital is a fortress of solid rock. Your home is high in the mountains. And so you say to yourself, who can ever pull me down? See that? Esau is on high, man. He think he is never going to be pulled down, man. He think these nations are scared of him. They're never going to fight against him. This is his mindset. That's what he believes. This is his mindset, that he would never be brung down. He think he is above the Most High power, man. That's why he's getting ready to fight Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and the angels, man. His pride won't let him change his mind, man. But that's ultimately the Lord making him fight. And this is Jeremiah 49. Let me get this in the King James Version. This is Jeremiah 49, and we'll start at verse 10. He says, but I have made Esau bare. See that? The Lord has made Esau bare. Let's get this word bare in a blue letter. About 49, in verse 10. See, the Lord is making him bare, man. H 2834.
Strong's H 2834. Chasaf.
Hasaf.
Chasaf.
Hasaf. To strip off, lay bare. See that? His power is being stripped from him. Make bare, draw out. Strip. To strip off, to strip, lay bare. To draw water. Skim, take from the surface. See that? He's being made bare. His power is being taken from him. The other nations are not mad at him. They're not scared anymore. Generally, to make naked, to drain away, or bail up. Make bare, clean, discover, draw out, take, uncover. See, all the wickedness is being uncovered, and the Lord is stripping him and making him weak. That he's not even going to be able to really fight against these other nations because he's going to be so weak, man. As you see him giving all this power, it is, well, I don't say power, but giving his weapons to the yellow and blue country, to the small hatters. He's giving all his power away, man. All the nations, even his allies, are being stripped bare as well because they're following after his leadership, man. NATO and the EU, they're being stripped bare, man. Their power is being stripped bare, man. Because the nations are gearing up to fight against him. While he done, basically, he don't have any troops. He's stretched in too many continents trying to fight. So Esau is being stripped bare, man. If you can't see that this man is being stripped bare, all the nations are being prepared to fight against him. They're seeing his weakness. Then they're trying to put a woman in the White House. This is showing his weakness, man. They're showing his power is being stripped, man. And this is all biblical prophecy, man. Verse 10 again, Jeremiah 49:10, it says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. See that? He's not able to hide anymore. The world know who the so-called white man is, according to the Bible, man. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbor, and he is not. So he's going to be brung down to destruction, man. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let their widows trust in me. So even your women are not gonna mourn for you, man. Your women are not going to cry over the so-called white man. Let me prove that to you, because in another translation it says, Jeremiah 49:11, New Living Translation, it says, but I will protect the orphans who remain among you. Your widows too can depend on me for help. So they're being preserved for slavery, man. Good News Translation, he says, leave your orphans with me and I will take care of them. Your widows can depend on me. So your widows are not going to mourn for you. It's one version that says your widows will not mourn. Let me see if I can see it. It's one version that says your widows will not mourn. must have overlooked it. Let's continue on. But yeah, it's basically telling you the windows can depend on me. Because you're going to be stripped and you're going to be out in the field, man. Esau is finished. And his women are going to know about it as well, man. Their children are going to know that this man basically left them to depend on us. Because they're going to be in slavery, man. They're going to come to us for the want of all things, just like we had to with them. It says, for thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? So we had to drink of the cup, and the Lord loved us. We're the chosen people. But you don't think you're gonna drink of that cup, man? Esau don't think the Lord is gonna put him in slavery, man. Esau don't think that he's going down, man. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that Basra shall become desolation, a desolation. See that? The Lord has sworn by himself that Basra, which is America, Babylon the Great, the modern day, shall be a desolation, a reproach, and it's like a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. See, the Lord has set this place up to be destroyed, man, and Esau with it. And Basra is the Greek word of Esau's capital, because they dwelt in Basra in their land, man, which will be where Jordan is to this very day. Edom. This is Isaiah 34 I want to get. This is how we know the Lord is going to destroy Babylon the Great, which is Basra, modern day Basra, which is a bunch of names, man. It's all wrapped in one. Let me start at 5. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is modern day America as well, it's a Greek word as well for Edom. It shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. See that? The Lord's sword, which is those modern day missiles, man. He says, the sword of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hath a sacrifice in Basra. See that? We just read about that in Jeremiah 49. The sacrifice in Basra, man. Because the Lord said it's going to be a perpetual waste. This is the land of sacrifice, man. This is the altar of sacrifice here in Babylon the Great, man, which is America, man. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So he's telling you the Edomites, man. He gave you two lands where the Lord, the Edomites dwelt. So the Lord has this place slated for judgment, man. You Edomites, man. It's going to be perpetual waste, man. Jeremiah 49, going back to just to make the point, man, that you've seen that the Lord has a sacrifice right here where the Edomites dwell, and he described it as Idumea and Basra, man. Jeremiah 49:13, it says, for I have sworn by myself. See that? The Lord made a promise that those people that didn't drink of the cup, drunk of the cup, but those that didn't drink of the cup, you don't think the Lord's going to punish you? For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. It's talking about America, man. The great sacrifice. This is the great sacrifice. Babylon the Great is a great sacrifice, man. The altar of great sacrifice is coming here, man. And that's why we want our people not to join on the Esau Edom, because this man is finished, man. The earth is rising up against you. You can just see it you just feel it in the spirit, man. The earth is rising up against this man, man. And many scriptures I can go into to prove that point, but I just hit a couple of them just to, prove the point, man. Because this place is done, man. It's polluted. I'm gonna read it now. This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 6. It's in the Apocrypha. It says, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth." See that? This man wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. See, everything is done now, man. Esau fulfilled the lot of the wicked, and everything is done, man. This was his lot, to be the wicked on the earth, man. The Lord has slated him to be the wicked. It's like everybody they make movies and they have a villain and they have a hero, man. But the point is, Esau was just made to be the villain, the wicked, man. And we was made to be the hero, man. This is Malachi, Salakia, 1 in verse 2. It says, "I have loved you, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Was Jacob Jacob the beginning of the next world? Esau is the end of this world." It says, "Saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, yet I loved Jacob and I hated Esau." See that? The Lord is against Esau Edom, man. So that's why he told him to his face, "Your God is polluted, man." See, Esau's God is not our God, man. And our people have been taught that in slavery, and they won't let it go. As much as we bring this truth out and bring information out, they can't see that Esau's God is not our power, man. It says, "I have hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste." See that? This man is finna be laid waste. We just read about it in Jeremiah 49, Isaiah 34. His lot is to be destroyed, man. His lands were slated to be utterly wasted. That was his lot, man. No one can change the Lord's mind. This is how it was written. This is the script to the Lord's movie, man. Nobody's going to change the lot of Esau. No matter how much you love the so-called white man, you cannot change his lot. It says, "For the dragons of the wilderness, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will rebuild. It's like we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall be called, and they shall call them the border of wickedness," man. See, the Lord let him build up to bring them down, man, just like he did Pharaoh, man. And we know he came back after the dark ages and rebuilt. But he built himself up to make him proud, man. Just like Pharaoh was built up to be proud. Now it's Esau's turn to go down. He is the border of wickedness, man. That's why you see everything in the earth is slated as wicked. What comes from him, man. Everything that's wicked comes from Esau Edom. And the people against whom Yahweh Bashem Yahushua had indignation forever. See that? No one can change the Lord's mind. He has indignation with this place, righteous anger with Esau forever. He says, and your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will be magnified from the border of Israel. And the Lord is being magnified by the men of the Lord, man. See, this is plain, man. And we know how Esau ends. We know how his destruction is going to come upon him, man. Unaware. But he thinks he's in control of what he's doing, man. He thinks he's in control of the dollar crashing. He thinks he's in control of the MOTB. He really thinks he's in control of that, man. But that's the reason why the Lord is hardening his heart, man. He's hardening his heart just like he did Pharaoh, man. Build him up, make him think he is the ruler, and he can go to any country and talk to these people however he want to, and they're never going to rebel against him. Man, the Lord set Esau up, man, in a trick bag, man. This is Job 21 verse 21 and verse. I'll start at 15. 14. It says, "Therefore they say unto power, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him. And see, Esau had no God of him. He created his gods. That's why he does whatever he wants to do in the earth, man. He's a bastard in the earth. He has no father. So he does whatever he wants to do, and he sacrifices to his gods, man. He has no one to control. He has nothing that can control him. Like the children of Israel have laws, statutes, commandments. Esau don't have no laws, statutes, commandments, man. That's why he's running wild in the earth right now, man. He says, verse 15, it says, what is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Lo, their good is not in their hand. See that? Their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. See that? The Lord is not dealing with no Edomites, man. Jake going to Edomite churches and shit, man. The Lord is not dealing with no Edomites, man. Is how often is the counsel of the wicked put out, and how oft cometh their destruction upon them? Power distributeth sorrows in his anger. They are stubble before the wind, and as chaff that is like that the shadow careth away. Power layeth up his iniquity for his children. See that? We just read about his children going to be orphans, man. And they're going to rely on the children of Israel for their food because they're going to be in slavery, man. They're going to come bowing to us, man. These elite children and all, man, they're going to be under us, man. It says, power lay up his iniquity for his children. So all the wickedness that Esau is doing in the earth now, his children are going to have to suffer for that, man. They're going to pay back. He says, he rewarded him and he shall know it. See that? He's going to know that this is the hand of the Lord when he goes down. His eyes shall see his destruction. That's plain, man. Esau is seeing his destruction. His bank is about to crash. We had a big crash today, man. His banking system is about to crash. He's about to go into World War III. He's about to have the plagues and famines coming to earth. This man is finished, man. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink the wrath of the Almighty. See that? We have the drink of the cup. Now it's time for Esau to drink of the cup. He's finna drink of the cup of the Almighty, man. And that's a cup that's spilling over, full all the way to the dregs, man. See, we are coming into beautiful times, man. Because when Esau kingdom goes down, that's when ours start, man. That's when ours start. So we want Esau kingdom to go down, man. We don't want this thing to last no longer than what it's had, what it has. This is Job 27 and verse 7. Let my enemies be as the wicked, and he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous. For what is the hope of the hypocrite, though he have gained when power taketh away his soul? See that? So you Jakes, man, even though you got a little bit of this, a little bit of that money and carrying on, and you able to do this and do that, man, what is going to profit you when the Lord takes away your spirit, man? Put you to death. So this is the time to repent, man, because this is Esau's lot to drink of this cup, man. Will power hear his cry when trouble cometh upon him? Will he delight himself in the Almighty? Will he always call upon power? I will teach you by the hand of power, that which is with the Almighty will I not conceal. So we ain't holding nothing back, man. We telling you everything word for word through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're not holding back or sugarcoating any information. We're telling you straight up, because we're ambassadors of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the world, man, against these nations. So the nations see that we are prophesying against them, man, especially Esau. Just like Obadiah was. He was an ambassador for Yahweh Shem Yahushua for Edom. And that's the same lot he put the men of the Lord into this very day, man. He says, this is the portion of the wicked man with power, and his heritage, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. See, he continues to talk about his children, his offspring. It says, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. See that? So they're gonna go into slavery, man. And they're gonna come to us for the want of all things. It says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. That's what I was speaking about earlier. But his widows shall not weep. So when Esau goes there, his wives are not, his women are not going to cry for him, man. That's the scripture I was talking about. I spoke about it too early. Here you go, right here. It says, New Living Translation says, those who survive will die of a plague which is coming down, and not even their widows will mourn them. See that? When Esau goes down, his women are not going to mourn for them, man, because they know that their husbands are wicked, man. They know the so-called white man is wicked, man. Good News Translation says, those who survive will die from disease, and even their widows will not mourn their death. That's heavy, man. That's heavy. Let me get another translation. English Standard Version says, those who survive him, the pestilence buries, and his widows do not weep. So Esau, he's going out, man. He's going out with no mercy, man. No one is going to mourn him coming out of power, man. He is finished. And the earth is rising up against him, man. Not even his own women are going to cry for him because of the wickedness he's done, man. This is Psalms 11. Psalms 11, and I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, just like what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. See that? This is a part of the cup of judgment that Esau is going to have to drink of, man. He's going to have to be destroyed in thermonuclear destruction. Then he's going to be born back into slavery, man. That's a portion of the cup, man. For the righteous Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua loveth righteousness. His countenance doeth uphold the upright. See that? That's what we try to do, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua daily. Being upright, doing the lessons, going out in the highways and byways, praying, fasting, celebrating the Sabbath, doing everything we possibly can in our power, man. Because the Lord loves the upright, man. You blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you are the upright, man. If you repent, return to the Lord, man. Time is running short, man. Time is running short. So Lord willing was edified. I'm in it there. Shalom.